Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin is pumping, 69,000 in play. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin could be used as a currency by 2030, according to the latest Crypto Quant CEO report. We'll also be discussing Tesla reveals it did not sell any Bitcoin holdings in Q3, even though they moved it more recently. We'll also be discussing Kraken, the exchange, to launch Inc. blockchain for DeFi in early 2025. Decentralized finance. We'll also be discussing the Bitcoin bull Mikey Saylor reverses remarks on self-custody after the community backlash. He now says, I support self-custody for those willing and able. We'll also be discussing a Trump election victory in the next couple of weeks could push the Bitcoin price to 92,000 per coin, according to the Bitwise executive. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, fam, in today's show. But anyways, if you're new to the stream, very important to smash the likes to help support us. Hit that subscribe button, and then hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day, 7 days a week, just like this. Today is pod 1796. I'm your host, JV. It's October 24, 2024, and Bitcoin's up almost $2,000 on the day. Make some noise for that. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day, pulling up Coin 360. As you can see, Bitcoin up roughly 3% on the day, trading above 68,100. We have Ether in the green, all the major alts in the green today, minus Cardano. Womp womp. But anyways, checking out coinmarketcap.com. Check this out. The current crypto market cap sits at 2.33 trillion. Bitcoin market cap at 1.34 trillion, and now Bitcoin has roughly $1 trillion plus lead on Ethereum. 73 billion worth of volume past 24 hours. Look at the Bitcoin dominance, 57.8%. ETH dominance, an all-time low, 13.1%. Let that sink in. How high do you think the BTC dominance will climb for the cycle? How low will the Ethereum dominance go? Let me know, yo. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got Mew up 23%, Pith 13%, and Ray 13%. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull, and I'll read your comments out loud in between the news. And checking out the crypto bubbles on the daily, virtually everything in the green, minus maybe a handful of projects. And checking out the monthly, pretty divided. I'd say 60-40 in the green. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Today we're at 69. Can we get a 69 Gs, please? In greed. Yesterday at 71, last week at 71, and last month at 54. In neutral. And checking out the time chain calendar, 182,811 blocks to go into the next halving in 2028. We're currently on block 867,189, and you can only get 1,468 satoshis per dollar. That number is going to continue to get lower and lower and lower and lower. So stack sats accordingly, family, and welcome everyone to the live stream. Now for some technical analysis, and let's also pull up some of the live charts. This is the astrology for the broskies. Headline reads, alt season more probable once the Bitcoin hits 80 Gs, which will be an all-time high. Current price discovery sitting at 73.8, which we tapped back in mid-March. So yeah, in an optimistic scenario, alt season is more probable when the Bitcoin price surpasses 80 Gs. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the Hashkey Capital analysts. They shared this in their report yesterday on the 23rd. The 80,000 target is 18% above the current price of 67.3. And again, today we're marching towards 69, so we've been closer, family. The analysts argued that for the alt season to start, Bitcoin dominance will likely need to reach between 62 and 70%. We're damn close as Bitcoin dominance continues to hit new highs. Also, the hash rate continues to hit new all highs. Just a lot of bullish metrics right now. Currently, the Bitcoin dominance is 58.9% after hitting a 3.5-year high of 58.7%. New all-time highs, baby. Some analysts believe the alt season is long overdue. Quoting them again, this is the longest alt bear market we have experienced. And some believe the alt season will never come back. Which camp are you in? Let me know. Longer than the 2014-2016 period, you're still here. This was according to Mikhail Van Day Pop. Several meme coins amongst the top 100. by market cap have seen significant price surges over the past 7 days, making market participants more confident that the alt season is on the horizon. Alt season may look different this time, though, according to some of the analysts. Now, this is interesting. GOAT has seen the most gains over the past 7 days. I've never even heard of it. Ghostasius Maximus. Let me know if you guys heard of it. Another one is Cat in a Dog's World, which is Mew, which I pointed out was leading the pack earlier, was up 25% across the past 7 days, and Pop Cat saw 17% in the same period. So very interesting, as the alts that are breaking and leading the pack for this cycle, totally different from the last cycle. A lot of the ones that were leading last time are doomed this cycle. So just a sign of the times, but nonetheless, I'll read you one more quote here. The joke has been told and everybody knows the punchline, and they've just gone straight to the punchline, and it is just not funny anymore. And that's according to Glassnode lead analysts. So yeah, anyways, I love the biddy, respect the biddy, stack the biddy, and stack alts at your own accord, and just be very careful out there. I know the intention behind stacking alts is to increase your Bitcoin position, and I would likely say that the majority of the investors that think they're smarter than the market and smarter than everyone else, unfortunately, things don't work in their favor, and they end up with a shrinking Bitcoin position because oftentimes their alts never recover and they get rugged. That's just the reality of altcoins family. So be very careful out there. Let's read some of the chart action here. This is the 1 hour via Coinbase, via TradingView, live and in the flesh right now. We have a rising wedge formation, very clearly bullish. We have a right shoulder, and we do have a couple of bear targets, one at 65.5 and the purple one all the way down at 60,700 here on the 1 hour chart. Zooming out, let's check out the 4 hour. Look how much bullishness, a lot of green candles. Target sitting all the way up at 81,000. That's the bull. The bear is 50,000 here on the 4 hour chart. Also looking very bullish. And zooming out from there, we go to the 1 day. A lot of action here. Clear rising wedge formation like on the hourly, but even more pronounced. And you can see a big green candle forming here on today's chart. But we do have a couple of bottom targets sitting at 49.8 and 47.7. Zooming out from the daily, we take a quick look at the 1 week. Survey says big red target, pink target, 124,000, which is that sexy cup and handle target in play here for Q4. Notice the big green weekly candle formed. Yeah, I mean, pretty lit. And zooming out from there, we'll take a quick glance at the 1 month chart and get a broader perspective. You can see we have been trading sideways past 7 months. Will the bull resume here in October? Let me know your thoughts and I'll read those comments. Let's discuss Bitcoin as a currency. The headline reads, Bitcoin could be used as a currency by 2030, according to the Crypto Quant CEO. That's right, Bitcoin mining difficulty has surged over the past 3 years, increasing almost 400% as institutional investment in large-scale mining operations drove it higher. This has led to unprecedented levels of mining competition and entry barriers of individual miners. Still, CEO of Crypto Quant, Key, said this may be a positive for the biddy. He forecasted an increase in mining difficulty may be a precursor to Bitcoin evolving into a stable currency by 2030 at the top of the decade. And as institutional dominance increases, it could reduce the volatility in the crypto space. Here, looking at the Bitcoin difficulty chart. Now, check it. Historically, Bitcoin and the broader crypto market have been known for their volatility. And as Mikey Saylor himself says, volatility equals life force, making them more speculative than stable. The growing involvement of the institutional investors have increased the mining difficulty amid the centralization of the computing power. But Key suggests this could help stabilize the Bitcoin system. He also said major fintech players are expected to drive the mass adoption of the stablecoins within 3 years. He said by the next halving event in 2028, Bitcoin use as a currency will start to be seriously discussed. Let me know if you agree, disagree with the Crypto Quant CEO. Now, Bitcoin Layer 2s and wrap biddies. While Layer 2 solutions like the Lightning Network, how many of you use or have used Lightning, holla, have been touted as keys to Bitcoin's scalability. Adoption rates have lagged behind venture capital-backed blockchains. Now, Ki Jong-hyo said institutional support is critical for adopting the Bitcoin Layer 2s, which face the competition from the alternative solutions like wrapped Bitcoin. Now, WBTC integrates the biddy into various ecosystems without the complexities of the Layer 2 infrastructure. Now, as a gamer, I see L2, I automatically assume on the PlayStation controller the L2 command. But that's just me. Anyone else can relate? Bitcoin price analysis indicates that the 50 or 65 price level has become the do-or-die support for Bitcoin after it reached 69 on October 21st for the first time since June. Now, material indicators predicted that if the Bitty price can hold above the 21-week moving average with no wicks, it could signal that the short-term uptrend is here to stay. And with macroeconomic data and anticipated market volatility, Bitcoin performance in the coming weeks will be closely monitored by the analysts, including JV. We monitor the price action each and every day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. Pretty lit, right? Our next headline, let's discuss the latest with Tesla. It's official. Tesla reveals it did not sell any Bitcoin holdings in Q3. Can I get a gong? That's right. Tesla reported its Q3 2024 earnings October 23rd yesterday, revealing the company has not sold any of the $184 million in digital asset investments during the quarter and has not sold any crypto for 5 consecutive business quarters, which means ultimately a year and a little bit longer, 5 quarters. According to the automotive company's financial statements, revenue for Q3 was worth $25 billion, slightly down compared to Q2 revenue of approximately $25.5 billion. Net income for the quarter was roughly $2 billion, a sharp increase from the Q2 roughly $1.5 billion. The company appeared on the radar of the crypto investors in 2021 after Tesla began acquiring Bitcoin with an initial purchase of $1.5 billion of the BTC. Now, since then, Tesla and other publicly traded firms holding digital assets have been closely watched by market participants who gauge the behavior of these corporate entities as proxies for institutional interests and to remain abreast. You know, the broskies love abreast, just saying, of selling pressures that could potentially impact the markets. What do broskies love more, abreast or the biddies? You tell me in the chat. On October 15th, on-chain analytics firm Arkham reported wallets believed to belong to Tesla began shifting into the Bitty from a wallet that had been dormant since 2022 to an unknown wallet. According to Arkham, the wallets purportedly controlled by Tesla still show a balance of 11,500 Bitcoin, valued at roughly $750 million. At this time, the latest financial disclosures from Tesla corroborate initial reports from Arkham Intelligence that the company has not sold any of its digital asset holdings. And the other day, when it did move, and obviously it was reported upon, Max was the first or one of the first to repost it and say, look, he's not selling the Bitcoin. Elon, Tesla, they're not selling the Bitcoin. They're moving it to Howard Lutnick's bank so they can borrow against it. Now, naturally, Max is an OG, has a little inside information. That's why we love to share what Max has to say. So more than likely, that's probably what they're doing. Elon unveiled Tesla's upcoming self-driving taxi cabs at an October 10th event in Hollywood, Cali. The billionaire expressed confidence that the driverless cars were the future. It would save lives by preventing accidents caused by human error. Unfortunately, for the automotive company, investors did not agree with the Musk's assertion. Immediately following the robo-taxi reveal, Tesla's stock sank by 8%. And ironic, MicroStrategy is up 10% today. But there you go, yo. Do you think Tesla will ever sell their Bitcoin, or do you think they're smart enough to hold on to the rest of what they got? Let me know. But let's continue, shall we? Kraken DeFi, anyone? Headline reads, let me get to the right headline. Kraken will launch Inc. blockchain for DeFi in early 2025. Let's go DeFi. Kraken, the centralized crypto exchange. Let me know if you've ever used the exchange. Plans to launch its own blockchain dubbed Inc. early 2025, focusing on DeFi apps. According to the Bloomberg report, Inc. aims to enable users to trade, borrow, and lend tokens without intermediaries, taking a step away from the centralized exchange's current position in crypto and Web3. The anticipated launch of Kraken's blockchain aims to simplify the DeFi process for a broader audience and make it accessible and cost-effective for the users. Let me know if any of you have an interest in using this Inc. Kraken's decision to build a blockchain follows the success of similar initiatives such as the Binance BNB Smart Chain and the Coinbase-based blockchain. And although Kraken does not have plans to issue a native token for Inc., it does plan to integrate DeFi tools like decentralized exchanges and yield-generating platforms within the Kraken wallet app. I'm sure the regulators are going to have a field day. pointing out the obvious, yo. Gary Gensler's probably like, ooh, this is great. Andrew Kohler, founder of Inc., told Bloomberg in an interview that this move would, over time, allow users to shift between centralized and decentralized services. Inc. is set to offer a developer testnet later in 2024 and allow developers to experiment with decentralized applications, which are dApps, ahead of the blockchain full launch. Kraken's positioning of Inc. is also set to tap into the increasing demand for the DeFi services, initially acting as Inc.'s sequencer and earning revenue for managing and organizing the network transactions, according to the Bloomberg. This model works similar to the Coinbase and Binance, as it is shown to be profitable in light of the Coinbase generating $53 million in sequencer revenue in the second quarter. And to improve the user experience, Inc. will launch over a dozen dApps amid the expectations of offering real-world assets and advancing leading platforms in the future, lending platforms, that is. And on October 3rd, Kraken opened a derivatives trading platform in Bermuda after receiving the Class F digital business license July 30th from the Bermuda Monetary Authority. The license allows Kraken to provide the wallet services, operate as a digital asset lending or digital asset repurchase transaction service provider, and operate as a digital asset derivative exchange provider. The exchange's initial offering on the new derivatives platform was perpetual and fixed maturity futures, anticipating growth in derivative volumes and open interest ahead. So there you have it, yo. And speaking of decentralized finance platforms, did you see CoffeeZilla? He put out a video on the Trump coin. Not a good look, yo. Not a good look. Something he pointed out, just obvious, I want to share. And I suggest you actually watch the video by CoffeeZilla. He uploaded it on his secondary channel because he don't do anything politic related on his core channel. But nonetheless, he ultimately did a review on the Trump coin, World Liberty Financial. And the coin is non-transferable. So it's like a BS cryptocurrency you can never transfer, meaning you have to keep it in their platform. Unlike any other crypto, which is actually transferable, meaning you can put it, send it somewhere, do something like that. Also, clearly it's not decentralized, and they're just using the DeFi protocol such as Aave, integrating it into their system where your tokens are non-transferable. So you can just go to Aave directly, ultimately meaning the Trump coin is worthless, useless, has no purpose, it's a scam, and more than likely, according to CoffeeZilla, Trump will start separating his name from it. It's clearly not even his coin. They just have a deal where the Trump family receives the majority of the profits. So Max called it from day one. Again, I encourage you to actually watch the review from CoffeeZilla, but doesn't look like a good project, family. I would stay far away from that one. So hopefully this Kraken DeFi platform is the real deal, the real McCoy, where you can actually transfer your tokens that you buy, for Christ's sake. Well, let's continue with the news, family. Here's the latest from the Giga Chad himself. Bitcoin bull Mikey Saylor reverses his remarks on the self-custody after the backlash of the crypto community. That's right. Saylor backpedaled on his comment that big banks should take custody of the Bitcoin following a torn backlash from the crypto community. I wonder if he had a pat with Jamie Dimon or something. Yeah, we're going to talk great about the banks and encourage everyone to go from self-custody to allow the bank to be their custodian. Quoting him here, I support self-custody for those willing and able, the right to self-custody for all, and freedom to choose the form of custody and custodian for individuals and institutions globally. Saylor declared this on X on the 23rd yesterday. Saylor had been taking heat. That's right, including Ethereum co-founder Vitalik after calling out paranoid crypto anarchists. I finally got the term right, thanks to you guys. Thank you, family. At the same time, he suggested that the Bitcoin holders should trust their assets to too big to fail banks that are engineered to be custodians of financial assets. Now, naturally, JB don't agree with that. I say we don't trust the banks. We trust the banks as far as we can throw them. And it's extremely difficult to throw a bank. Just saying. Quoting him again, Bitcoin benefits from all forms of investment by all types of entities and should welcome everybody. I'll read you the whole quote from Mikey Saylor. I support the self-custody for those willing and able, the right to self-custody for all, the freedom to choose a form of custody and custodian for individuals and institutions globally. Bitcoin benefits from all forms of investments by all types of the entities and should welcome everyone. Now, Van Eck advisor Gaber Gerbax, he responded saying, this shouldn't be a controversial position, just common sense. And then Flash marketer Joel said it was capitulating, adding that Saylor shows his true colors. An October 21st interview sparked debate about the self-custody, but also enraged Bitcoiners such as Samson Mao, who mocked the crypto anarchist label. And also the one and only high priest Max Kaiser said, the recent comments attacking self-custody demonstrate the regressive tendency to favor the legacy centralized banking crooks that Bitcoin fixes. Well said. And here's some more quotes. They said it. Michael Saylor's Bitcoin self-custody comments. Here's what Jack Mallers had to share. Calling self-custody crypto anarchism oversimplifies what Bitcoin accomplishes. It's about freedom, freedom of speech, property rights, and protecting your right to own what's yours. Now, Jameson Lopp, these are the OGs, by the way. Self-custody is not merely important to individual Bitcoin holders. It is important for the continued strengthening and improvement of the entire network. Preach. Next comment is from Vitalik, who now allegedly has a girlfriend. I'll happily say I think Saylor's comments are batshit insane. Well, I'd expect nothing less coming from Vitalik, you know what I mean? But I digress. On October 23rd, the CEO of the hardware manufacturer Ledger shared there is no crypto without self-custody, so it's a bit of a moot point if all coins go to the ETF or to the exchange, while plugging his products at the blockchain event in Dubai. Still, the method of self-custody doesn't come without risks, as the company was hacked in 2020, resulting in a massive data breach and hundreds of thousands of Ledger customers' personal details being sold on the dark web, leading to a wave of phishing attacks that is still going on today. Trust nobody. Verify everything. I repeat, trust nobody, verify everything. Especially don't trust Vitalik. Especially don't trust the Ethereum Foundation. Especially don't trust the central banking cartels. Especially don't trust the SEC. Especially don't trust Gary Gensler. Especially don't trust Miss Finance, Janet Yellen, Christine Lagarde, and the rest of those clowns in suits like J-Pal. Trust nobody. Now for our feature story of the day. Trump election victory could push the Bitcoin price to $92,000 per coin, according to the Bitwise executive. That's right. Jeff Park says merger arb-style probability math may mean the Bitcoin rallies to 92 Gs following the Trump victory, leading to a Trump pump here in a couple of weeks. Yeah, that's right. The election is November 5th. It's already October 24th, yo. It's right around the corner. Crypto asset manager Bitwise head of Alpha Strategies predicts Bitcoin may rally as high as 92,000 per coin if Trump wins the United States presidential election on November 5th. Now, what's the poly market odds right now? Yesterday, we looked it up on the show. It was like 62% in favor of Trump. If someone can update me what it is as of right now in the comments, I appreciate that. Now, Jeff Park wrote that charting Bitcoin's price against the Trump odds on the decentralized betting platform Poly Market and applying some of the merger arb-style probability math showed a high chance of the biddy surging following him clinching an election victory. Quoting him again, I project a Trump victory could push the biddy to 92,000 per coin. As he outlined right here, charting Bitcoin price against Trump's odds via the Poly Market from 8:15 to 10:20 reveals some wild swings, particularly when Harris and Trump took turns leading. By applying a merger arb-style probability math, I project a Trump victory could push the biddy to 92 Gs. Let me know if you agree. Now, Park's bullish price prediction for the Bitcoin joins a growing roster of pundits and analysts expecting a Trump pump victory to send the price of the crypto asset a soaring. Millionaire, what? Oh, sorry, Bitcoin, I'm like billionaire, millionaire. Bitcoin millionaire Eric Finman shared a Trump election win could see the biddy rally as high as 100 Gs. I believe 100,000 is in play Q4. Let me know if you agree. His policies will ignite the crypto market, fueling massive growth across the board. Agreed. Crypto has never been so closely tied to the outcome of a single political event. Republican candidate Trump has made pro-crypto policy a cornerstone for the 2024 election campaign. In a bid to win over single-issue crypto voters, Trump has promised to turn the U.S. into the crypto capital of the world, as well as make America the Bitcoin mining capital of the world and stockpiling the biddy, and even said he would fire chairman of the SEC, No Claire Gare, day one of his presidency. He also said he would free Ross Ulbricht, day one of the presidency. He also said he'd secure the border, day one of his presidency. Still, not everyone's convinced that Trump victory would be the long-term win for the crypto market. Of course, we have FUD spreader Mark Cuban, who has come out in support of Harris. Not surprised. He said that if Trump wins, the crypto markets will likely pump for a few weeks before descending again. I highly disagree with virtually everything Mark Cuban has to share. And let's not forget, this is the same FUD artist and compromised billionaire that was saying a few years back that bananas had more intrinsic value than Bitcoin, and that he would choose bananas over Bitcoin. So anyone with that level of stupidity, arrogance, incompetence, or compromise is not worth listening to. He said several of Trump's proposed economic policies, including his controversial import tariffs, are highly inflationary and could hinder the Bitcoin price over the long period. I disagree with everything Mark Cuban says. Harris currently leads Trump by 1% on the national polls. Why don't I believe the national polls for some reason? I just feel like everything's compromised at this point, unfortunately. The story is different on the betting markets. That's the one I trust. There's money on the line. With Trump recently holding a 18, almost 19% lead over Harris, it may even be higher. I think it was like 22% just the other day. But nonetheless, let me know if you agree or disagree with the bullish price prediction that a Trump pump will send the biddy to 92 G's, baby. Wow, right now at 62.9% Trump, only 37% Kamala. Let's go. That's 63.3%. Whoa! Now we're talking. What a banana! I know. He was like, baseball cards and bananas have more value than Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't have any real intrinsic value. At least a banana, you can eat it. What are you going to do with a Bitcoin? As soon as I saw that mofo say that, he is on my shit list. He can never recover from it. No matter what he does for the rest of his mother effing life, once you go that level retard, there's no coming back. And I know because I covered it on the show. I have a daily stream. I don't miss a beat. I see everything. I'm like an owl out here in the crypto markets, family. So I don't trust that mother effer. Yeah, bananas. I'll take the bananas. Go F yourself, Mark Cuban. Go F yourself. Why make money on the Bitcoin and alts when you can stick with the biddy, get left behind? Right on. A lot of people do get left behind. Anyways, welcome Jonathan Costa. Welcome everyone joining the live stream. We got 1,000 people here live and in the front. Remind me to tell you about the judging rules against the USPS and the Rumble. Absolutely.